Good evening, everybody. We're back to the Lotus League where we set our hearts ablaze. We're going to have D4, Division 4 Gaming versus TR for this matchup today. TR is electing to have the first pick, and D4 is electing to install on the Kyogre map. Bans are already underway. All boys and girls, you know the rules. We always got to have a Mega Char Y band. We do not need that mon on the board. This recent patch has updated a lot of things, and Mega Char Y is not one of them. Looks like TR is going to be opening up with Meowth here, perhaps. Yeah, there's a very strong speedster, likes to brawl a lot, but an even stronger brawler, arguably, is Mimikyu. It's going to fall into the hands of Cross Hands TDP. Checking out the chat here, we already got a D4 supporter, and got him saying, let's go D4. You'd love to see the support. Following the Mimikyu pick, we got Mega Gyarados, like popular first pick, followed by an Umbreon. I do see some heavy-hitting physical attackers. Foul play might be a good option into this composition. D4 looks like they're gonna have to land on Sarilege with Mew. Mew is a strong laner in the early game, especially when it's going Electro Ball with the leg screen, like doing amplified damage for Electro Ball. On the other side for TR, we got Buzzwole and Mewtwo, very powerful laners on their own right, followed by not a Crustle, that confused me, followed by a Trevenant and a Suicune. Frontline bonds that can control a lot of space. Now, hopefully, due to this new update, everyone has their moveset selected and set up. Due to this update, you can't just wing it with the movesets and just choose accordingly. You are locked to a moveset. You can set them up beforehand or set them up in the final preparation screen. Once the matches start, you are locked to the moveset you have chosen. So be careful. I personally do not like that change. Well, I don't like that aspect of it where you're just locked to moveset. I always like the freedom of just choosing how the match develops. But it is what it is. Going back to the chat here, we got one Thaba with the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. We set our hearts ablaze. I can just hear Yumi right now just giggling with this excitement. I hear her through her muted mic. I swear. I swear. All right, I don't know about you guys, but that front line for TR looks scary. But D4 doesn't have such a bad front line themselves. Match is underway. We got over here Big Fish in Mega Gyarados with Jigglypuff in the top lane. Back at the bottom lane, we got Mew and Umbreon's gonna look like it's gonna might do an invade, or it's gonna check for potential invaders. But it's gonna head towards the bottom here, along with Trevenant and Mewtwo. I just missed the Mew secure with the Electro Ball. Back over at the top, we have Buzzwole getting it stacks in, and we have Weaken holding off the Horde. X-Guard electing to get a stacks in, but its health is already kind of low. Looks like it's going to have to back off here and not get in any piece of this farm, but that is not Mega Gyarados' concern right now. It just needs to become a Gyarados. And getting those hits in. It is very far behind on the meter gain. Coming to this 9-minute mark. Both junglers are up here. Sarilege and Mimikyu. Mimikyu is on the stronger positioning, just waiting for someone to come in. But little does he know, this is going to be a 4v3 up here. Mew has provided vision. And there's the Sing. That should be a Dunzo double KO for the Mew. Well, he shared it with the Wigglytuff, but it's a double KO for Division. Taking full control of this top pad. Back at the bottom, we have Mewtwo and Trevenant trying to get some scores in. That Trevenant is actually a Trevenant. He's a big stump, a scary stump. Mewtwo Mega Evolving. He's going to try to get these secures here on this farm. Just missed it to the Umbreon back at the center. More competition's happening. But will take way too much damage from the Mew. And he's got the light screen. Get away from my supporter. Get away from my Wigglytuff. He's tough. That Wigglytuff over there, that Wigglytuff is Division tough. Gyarados chomping away at it, but he's going to soon regret that decision. He's getting wood hammered by the Trevenant and frozen by the Suicune. But they should be able to secure it here. Yep, there's a secure, and it's secure on Trevenant's life. Another quick kill from Mew. Back at the top. Back at the top that is actually no longer there. We have Buzzle trying to do its best, but it's getting sworn by the Wigglytuff and Trevenant. Sorry, Gyarados here. They're going to be able to have this farm all by themselves, but as a side effect of them breaking that top pad early, now TR has more farm accessible at their side. Based on everyone's positioning for D4, it looks like they're going to have to make a play for top objective. Meaning bottom objective is Regieleki. Up top is Regice, and they're going to make a play for it. At the bottom, we have Umbreon just playing defense here. I doubt it's going to go for security. It's just they're providing vision. The bulk of the team is over here. Division 4 might make a defense at the bottom, while Gyarados gets more farm at the top and stacks. There's the Milik, but that's all about Umbreon can do. There's that overcap. Not much of one, but hey, you take what you get. TR has secured the lead, 104 to 80. And each team has lost one pad apiece. More farm has spawned in the middle, the Swablu and the Altaria. Both teams are going to make a play for it. Mewtwo is getting a lot of entry damage here with all these basic attacks. There goes Gyarados making its play, and making its play down right on the defender. Savage is backing him up very closely, but he's getting horn leeched. That could be a Dunzo Sarilege, followed by a Wigglytuff. Not so tough now, are you? Speaking of not so tough, down goes Mew. Got sniped by the Shadow Sneak. Hey man, I wouldn't score there. They are looking for a fight. Actually, there's no pads there. You did the right thing. Ignore me. Getting mean looks, but there's no follow-up, and maybe he's going to be able to walk away here. R is taking the lead 199 to 80 once again. Breaking another pad at the top. TR once again making a play for the bottom objective. And is Regieleki for the rest of the match. Seems like they want to establish a win con very early. Division's play is to go for the top objective and then to subsequently go for the farm that's up there. Get some stacks in, get some extra scores in. We have Umbreon getting Vision ulting to sustain itself. It will sustain itself, and it got the Vision his team needed. They secure the objective first. It is a Regirock. That is a defense and special defense buff for the entire team and global experience. All right, we have each defenders from each team holding down the pad. Looks like Division wants to protect their bottom pad. Makes more sense. Regieleki's about to walk in unimpeded. There's about to be some scores, and this pad's gonna break. Well, because they broke that pad, that's a free score, perhaps. Nope. Not for Gyarados. He might have to ult to bail out. Or just accept defeat. Looks like we know what he chose. The gap keeps widening. TR with 282 to 80. Over a 200-point lead. Things are looking good for them. They have broken 3 pads total. Bottom lane no longer exists. Regieleki's gonna spawn in soon. Establishing win con. Bussel's making his move right now, slamming that fish. Down goes Gyarados. Next on the chopping block is a Umbreon. Where do you think you're going? Suicune's trying to ult here to establish pressure. Wigglytuff should be next on the chopping block. And wait, he goes down perhaps. No, wait. Shadow Sneak. No, he's not going to take the bait. Down goes Trevenant to buy his team time to escape. Your country thanks you. Gyarados is out for blood here, but he'll have no such thing. He's gonna have to back off. He's a little low level-wise. It's approaching the 3-minute mark. And here comes the last objectives before the main objective spawns in about a minute. Umbreon once again establishing vision. They are still, sorry, a level 9 here. Very under-leveled. You know, you won't be as bulky coming into this final fight. Especially against these level 13s. And Buzzwole and Mimikyu. Especially those two. I'm gonna tear you apart, son. Regieleki walks in. Will they establish this win condition? No one's trying to stop it. Looks like they're gonna do a team fight. Umbreon has to ult to live, and he won't have that for the future fight happening in about 10 seconds here. It walks in, actually. Regieleki walks in, but it looks like both teams are going to want to make a play for Kyogre here. If they hurry, they can still capitalize off of it. Gyarados is going in, comboed with the Suicune, or counteracted by the Suicune, actually. There's a huge Horn Leech. Buzzwole is setting some thirst with its ult. Division 4 is falling apart. There's the Mimikyu ult. Trying to take down this Mew, and it goes down, but it has low health. There's only Ceruledge left. And Suicune knows exactly where he is. There is a reset. There is no more farm to be had. Well, there's plenty of farm. There's no more ult to be had. And it looks like they're gonna have a refight here. That is not in Division 4's favor. They need an absolute victory. Mimikyu's getting stomped on, but he got bailed out by Trevenant. Trevenant doing the Lord's work. He's gonna sacrifice himself once again for his teammates' mistakes. But Mimikyu's making up for that real quick. Here's another refight. Celos is gonna use the Phantom Force for iframes purposes, but there's only a Mega Gyarados left, and he's getting super slammed. There's that other refight. Down goes Division 4, along with their hope of winning this set. Only about a minute left, and hey, TR doesn't even have to score at all. They get to walk proudly up to the top floor, the top goal zone. It is defenseless for basically the rest of this game. Game 1's gonna go to TR. A little stat padding never hurt nobody. What a strong showing from TR. It was pretty competitive at the initial, within the first 5 minutes, but slowly and surely, TR was getting the level leads, they were getting the farm, they were getting the objectives they needed, and they're winning the team fights all the way to the end. Back here in the chat, we got Gadding3 saying, well, I may not, well, maybe on TR, he's cheering for D4. We got a Benedict Arnold over here. Officers, there he is. Anyways, we got a final score of 80 to 850. Ooh. That is a huge differential. Let's check out these report cards. An outstanding stat line over here for TR across the board. They were winning those team fights, and it showed. MVP is going to go to Mimikyu, cross hand. 178 points scored, 10 KOs, 8 assists, 87 overall MVP rating. This Mon was brawling all throughout the game, and it showed. Another standout stats here is the Suicune and the Mewtwo with 15 and 14 assists, respectively. Very handiwork, but I would like to make a shout out to the Trevenant, bailing his team out, creating openings with Woodhammer Hornleech, doing what he needs to do. And we can't forget Buzzwole. Buzzwole's a very strong counter towards that big fish. Big fish, once it goes in, he's going to be met with an uppercut. And then a slam. Good work across the board. Check out this battle data. Yeah, damage is pretty evenly dispersed for TR. Let's see how Division 4 responds. Checking out the chat once again, it seems like a member from the other team in Wall forgot to switch his movesets. You gotta be on the ball, Sonny boy. There's movesets to switch. We're in a new era. This is Pokemon Unite Q. Get with it.
They are ready. Pull the lever.
Pull the lever, Crunk. They are ready once again. Getting right back to it. I don't know who wants one pick, but we're gonna find out anyway.
D4 does.
D4 does. And it looks like we're electing to stay on Kyogre. Well, funnily enough, it looks like for some of the bands, both teams are having the same bands with the switching sides. TR's gonna have a Mimikyu band. They don't want to give up that menace to the other team, rightfully so. Hopefully, both teams have their movesets already picked out, including the custom moveset. Moveset 1 follows the first move path. Moveset number 2 follows the second move path. But you're allowed to have a custom moveset. Only one. Choose wisely. Once again, for D4, we're going to have a Mega Gyarados. I would like to see for this Gyarados to start building its meter right away. A lot of teams have figured out to have Magikarp just getting the farm within the Flux Zone immediately. To build up that meter as soon as possible. And going from there. Back over at TR, they're going to have Crustle being the defender for the team. Going with Snorlax. Hopefully a block and Heavy Slam if he chooses the right moveset. Moveset number 1 should cover that. He's actually running Float Stone. I'm a huge fan on Float Stone on defenders. Defenders need to be positioned first and foremost everywhere. They need to be the first ones there and the last ones to leave, ideally. Speaking of some new picks, we're going to have Miraidon and Mamoswine. Miraidon provides beautiful cover fire with Charge Beam and Thunder. And Mamoswine is a very bulky boy. The more he hits, the higher those defenses go. And he wants to be in Earth's face. He wants to get those Earthquakes. He wants to get that Ice Fang. He wants to set up his team like any good defender should. Now, I'm seeing over here that Crosshand is... The portrait says Scizor, but my mind says... My mind is saying Scyther. The full heal might be for the Scyther, but you never know. And if it is a Scyther, there's going to be another Speedster in Darkrai. Last two picks for D4, Division 4, is going to be Tail Edge once again, followed by a Suicune. Yeah, they're taking picks away from TR. But TR, no strangers to that, has some strong picks of their own. Final pick is going to go to Hoopa. The best support in the game. Do not at me. There is no arguments. No one can do what Hoopa can. About 20 more seconds for the final preparations here. And once again, I'm stressing, hopefully everyone has their chosen movesets ready. Once that timer hits 0, it is pencils down. It's time to turn in your tests.
I would think it was people don't mind reminder, like, hey, you should probably do this. We ruined it for you, but I didn't hear.
Get it on. All right. Back to the top. Once again, we got Big Red Fish. Getting his meter down early. Back to the other side, we got, oh, wait, hold on. Where is this little devious? Wait a second. Wait a second right here. This is a double invade. They're on conquest mode. They want the smoke early. We're gonna have to bail out here. Chaos has ensued already for this game. You want this farm? We'll take it from my cold, dead hands. Heading back. Nature is healing. People are stabilizing. But uh-oh, what's this? TR's jungler's up here first. And he's level 5. Oh no. They can't really afford an invade. Who's gonna peel back for you? The fish? He's got his own fish to fry. All right, it is 4 man up top. Let's see how this plays out. Someone's getting focused, but right on with that moveset doesn't have any escape options, and they're gonna take full control over this farm. And they lost up there, which means they're also losing down here. There's only a Mammal Swine trying to do what he can. This swine up, maybe he can get the secure with the ice shards. And he just misses it. He's gonna have to back up. Tough break for Division 4. Back on the potential invade. Taking their advantage to the limit. Suicune missed the boosted. Gonna have to back off. More farm for the TR. Uncontested. His Magikarp is still a Magikarp. He should have been a Gyarados. I don't know what he's waiting for. He should just be pressing those A buttons on anything he can get. Down at the center, we have Regidrago here. Settlers just moving in. There's that heavy slam, power slam. Settlers gonna have to back off and try to get some more damage on this defender in his face. But he's gonna be able to get out of a berry. Due to Snorlax's passive, that berry counts for double. Settlers backing up the team, getting massive entry damage. There is the Shedinja doll. You're wasting a moveset and I'm already gone. Bye-bye. Here, going back to take what's theirs. This Regidrago. Give me these buffs. I got points to dumpster in. That's a lonely fish. He's gonna have to back off. 4-man push at top for TR. There's another berry for their speedster. A Scyther. Hoop was coming in. Or Hoop was sending down troops to the bottom. Uh-oh. No one else could do that. No one else could do what a Hoopa can. Let's make a play for bottom. Give me this farm. They're valuing the Registeel, it looks like. Gotta box out this Mammoth Swine. Hoopa's by itself up here, calling for reinforcements. That's not going to come. It's gonna have to back up here and recall. At the bottom, they got the Registeel. And they're gonna push out this Mammal Swine. Nothing much that mammal can do. I have overcap of 15. Scores have stabilized. It is 91 to 108. Now, due to the levels, TR is in the lead. They got 8s and 9s and a 10. Hoop was at 7, but who was just Hoop? You know who else is at 7? This mammal. He's falling behind in pacing. We need a actual mammal wide stacked. There's another heavy slam. It kind of whips there, but there's the block to sustain itself. Moving away that Cerulege. I want nothing to do with you right now. I'm not ready yet. Speaking of ready, it's time for another heavy slam. Blocking it out. KO, down goes Suicune. There's that Ice Fang. Here comes another heavy slam, block combo. Down goes Snorlax. D4 is holding the door. have Darkrai by itself. It's time to leave. But not before I take you into my pocket dimension. But there goes Miraidon. Here comes Whack-A-Mole. We're not done playing. Hey, look, my Raiden's here. Bye-bye. Again, no one can do what Hoopa can. You're going to learn today. Teams are stabilizing. There's plenty of farm up. Division Force caught up in points. It is 107 to 108. Essentially a tie game. TR's getting ready for a defense here. Calling in some troops. Hoopa has ult. Hoopa is basically saying, I dare you to push his pad. I dare you. Watch this. As soon as I press this life alert, me and my homeboys are gonna come and mess you all up. They're getting frozen for that, but the push is dead. Division 4 is gonna head towards the bottom. It is not fully guarded. That's the point of the defender at up top. Which means they're gonna have a push, but hey, Hoopa's sending more troops down towards the bottom. Send a defender. The push is donezo. Back to farming, folks. This is a slow secure by Hoopa, but what can you expect? The job is done. There's more farm. Time to farm with the boys. Back at the center, however, they're playing Whack-A-Mole again. They're not telling anybody. His right is here, but he missed the bus. You want to play games, huh? Take this. Time for a big push at the bottom. They have the numbers advantage. Hoopa lying in wait. There's that. Oh, he pushed him. Good Hoopa move. And he called in his troops before he got KO'd. Now they have a chance at defending this. There goes Buswell with the execute on its ult. Miraidon can only do so much. It doesn't have an escape option. He's going to have to back off here. Buswell's going to get KO'd himself. And yeah, good defense. The score has not changed. However, the real point of that push, they got levels out of that. Starlight is level 14. That is huge. Gyarados doing its thing again, ripping objectives, all by its lonesome. Actually, with the little help from Suicune. Suicune is level 10, a little behind on levels, but it just needs to set up for its team, and those levels can change. Division 4 going for the early positioning. Well, the positioning right on time for this Kyogre pit. How will TR respond? They're gonna go for a block heavy sign combo on Gyarados, forcing it to reposition. Hoop was at an interesting spot. It could go for a back up. It could call in some troops. It can do whatever it needs to do. Gyarados is going for the rip. Hey, you need to fight us. Get over here. I need vision. Stop stalling. I know you're here. Don't make me rip this objective. I'm not going to tell you again. It's time to fight. Taking a lot of damage. Someone's not going to like that. Hoopa's about to go down. Has to use the items for the ulta, but at least provide some value. Down goes Hoopa. Next on the chopping block. Rhino's actually ulting. That's massive damage. He got the last hit. Down goes Suicune, and down goes Miraidon and Mamoswine. There's just Mega Gary. He's about to be Mega dead in a second here. And that's an ace. Triple KO, quad KO from Buswell. Going in. Showing its muscle. What's the point of winning if you can't flex your muscle? Words that Buswell lives by. Oh, game 2 is going to PR. They're running away with this set so far. Yeah, there's the bus again. Goodbye. We're going for an unimpeded 100 points. Doesn't have a buff, but we're gonna stop him. Division 4? I don't think so. There's that Shedinja again. That little scamp. I don't want to get hit. Getting hits for losers. Checking out the chat here. Brother Walt, you swerved away from the berry. That berry did not matter. He was dead to rights. Back to the report cards. Final score is 187 to 482. Another dub in the tub for TR. This time, the MVP is a man on the mission. Buzzwole, 187 points scored, 7 KOs, almost the highest in the lobby, and 1 assist, 84 overall rating. Highest KO count actually goes to the Saralage Turkey from Division 4. Good stuff there, brother. Hopefully you get a dub in the next set. I would like to see it go to the limit. Highest damage dealer will go to Darkrai. 72k damage and only 25k taken, the lowest in the lobby. I wonder how the Mon with 8 different holes to appear from and Shedinja got the lowest damage taken. Your guess is as good as mine. All right. That is 2-0 TR, but this is a 3 out of 5. There's still time to rally. How will Division 4 respond? Stay tuned. All right, game 3 might be a final game if this ass beating continues. But let's see these bans right here. You know the rules. First ban is must be Mega Charizard Y. Wait. No, it's gonna be Hoopa. Good choice. Get that Mon out of here. I don't want to even see it. I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want to entertain this thing. Get it out. Next on the chopping block is Darkrai. Absolutely. That Mon doesn't want to interact with me. I hate that. Get it out of here. Play the game. Last ban. This is very important. Will be the last ban. Buzzwole. Hallelujah. These guys are playing draft. Get this big brolic idiot out of here. He keeps smacking me away. I just want to play the game, man. And they're gonna start with a side-up pick. Oh, these guys are being petty. You want to mess with me, huh? You want to embarrass me in stream? I'm gonna take Mons away from you. You're not gonna like that. Let's see what you got. Crustle back on the Snorlax train. Snorlax was putting in work with those heavy slam and block combos. Setting up his team, going for a double defender / half support composition in Vaporeon. Assuming the Vaporeon goes Aqua Ring. You never know with that Mon. He can do anything. Division 4. Opting for another defender / half support in Umbreon, provided he goes Wish. And we're going to have an attacker, an ADC in Cinderace. Keeping it classic. Need more firepower, and they're going to need the firepower if they're going to go past that wall of China that TR is setting up. I would like to see a cursed item on someone from Division 4. Checking back in the chat here, one main question that's coming up is, what is this draft? This draft is amazing. You'll love to see it. People are counter-picking everyone's Mons pools. They're doing picks out of the woodwork. This is Pokemon Unite, and it's pure form. Back over at TR, we're going to have 2 legendaries in Zacian, the Guardian of the Forest, with Mew. The first Mon ever. Ancestor to all Pokemon. Has so many moves. Following that, we're going to have a Saralege, and that is a potion. That's probably Scizor, actually. Yep. It has a weakness policy. That is a Scizor. It's time to brawl. It's taking out the Scizor pick, the Scyther pick from TR. You know what? TR's like, you know what? You got our picks. That's cool. We're going to bulk up and we're going to brawl out. Watch this. Be careful. You don't want to leave an objective out of their hands for too long. They got Zacian. They're going to be able to rip and secure. Last pick is going to be Downwise. They're holding it down. They got an anchor right there. They got an actual anchor. Don't get grabbed. You don't want to get snatched. That's not a good look. According to the reports in the chat, the attacker, I'm guessing the Cinderace, he crashed, but he's down to play it out. If he wants to play it out, much love to him. Cinderace is not a bad pick. Maybe unconventional, but it might be the thing that Division 4 needs to win this game. I don't have Walt moving, but interesting. Something is going down. Let's see what it is. Oh, we actually have a game crash here. Admin! Oh, we had a game crash, so wait one moment. I'm gonna handle it. Looks like they're gonna play it out. What men and women. What respectable players. All right. I'm gonna start it up. Wait. One person. Yep. Starting it up. Wait. Someone's still loading in. Crunk, please. I'm reading the chat. You'll pull the lever in a moment. On my command. All right. Pull the lever, Crunk. Looking rough out here for the Cinderace, but we're gonna see what this Mon has got. You just have to be better than them to win. That's all you need to worry about. Well, at least none of the junglers crashed. That's the important thing. It can be salvaged. Station charging up. Well, turned off its passive to charge up a move. Timing wasn't quite right. Zacian has revealed themselves. So is Sail Edge. Oh, they're just gonna, enhanced. Attack, attack, attack. All right, we'll take the farm. That's cool. Take at the bottom. Oh, massive damage. Give me this bear. You don't need that. Get out of here. Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids. At the center, it's already gone. They took it. TR is stabilizing, and they have the lead. It's 0-37. Rough start for a Division 4, but they're still liking to play it out. Much respect. I'm going to see how tough they actually are. We have a Scizor online, level 5. Static passive activates, doing a bubble beam on the Vaporeon. Vaporeon's gonna have to back up and electing for Hydro Pump. Strong move. Scizor got the getting a farm up here. Back at the center, fighting for the Regidrago. 3-on-3. There's that major damage from the attacker. Plenty of Color Fire. Zacian is in trouble. He's gonna have to back off here. Will they be able to secure it? There is a Mew. Will it secure with Electro Ball? Solar Beam? It just missed it. Solar Beam is 3 hits. Uh-oh. Solar Beam is 3 hits and only 1 tick hit the objective. Wasn't strong enough to secure. Over at the top, another brawl is happening out. Scizor is a good pick into this composition, but it can't get enough damage by itself. It needs its team. It's only going to be frontlining as long as the team allows it. Levels are in the favor of TR, but Division's not too far behind. This is going to start hitting this objective. Might as well get something done before backup arrives. Sterilite is on the way. Almost level 9. It is level 9. Won't need it though, but elects to use it. Since success was happening up there for Division, a failure is going to happen. Well, success is going to happen down here for TR. That is plenty big overcap. But the points are stabilizing 80 to 96. This Scizor is about to have its all. Almost got snatched by the Delmice. Be careful, mate. Game is relatively even. Not too much farm is out. Oh, speaking of the devil, more farm available for TR. They will claim it, keeping his Zacian fed. Zacian needs at least 5 points to really activate its passive, getting another enhanced move and enhanced basic attacks. Over in the middle, we have Psyduck and Co competing for this center farm. Horn is caught by itself, but has plenty of sustain and a berry to boot. Uh-oh, Delmice is coming in. It reeled up somebody. Down goes Scyther. Zacian's on the attack. Next is Psyduck, passing him turn in time. He got snatched. And oh, dang. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of KOs. Sailor is on the attack. He's not pleased with what's going on here. And it has stabilized. Sailor with a double KO. The ultimate winner of that exchange, level 11. Then the race is at decent pace. Become level 9 right at a good time at the 5-minute mark. It just needs a little bit of farm. Static providing good vision for his team. No one's quite in the dungeon yet. There's Zacian here. Trying to secure this red buff. It does. Psyduck's gonna have to go. Swift Swim activates to give it a little bit of speed boost. Its passive bar is building up. And it's gonna have to disable to slow down that push. And Umbreon's there to wish the damage away. Zacian's just gonna rip this objective with some help with Mew. Over at the top, we have Division 4 claiming Regieleki. The push has begun. Delmice holding it down, even securing that farm. He's not gonna give that farm away for free. Snorlax with the block here. Delmice hooking up somebody, but Phantom Force is gonna use iframes. A secure from Cinderace with the ult there, and the Power Ball. That's major damage, but this push is going south. Division's gonna have to back away, but they got some good KOs from it. From Zacian and Delmice. Those are the level leaders for the team. That's a W in my book. A lot of farmers available for Division 4. And it looks like they're on the up and up. They got good levels, they got good experience, and not very far behind on points. At the center, Zacian is primed and ready for this Regidrago here. But so is everybody else. Vaporeon going in for an ult and doing the entry. Snorlax backing it up. There's the KO on Delmice, followed by a KO on Vaporeon. Cinderace providing a lot of cover fire. They had to kind of quite deal with the Cinderace. There's the block Snorlax just doing it again to stall for the Mew. Mew got caught out. Eject is not enough. There's the Surf and the mobility and armor from Surf. Here comes reinforcements. Delmise getting, sorry, Saralage getting KO'd by Delmise. Pushed a little bit too aggressively there. You also don't want to be giving away your free experience. You are level 13. You're the leader for a reason. You gotta live, mate. Down goes Umbreon. But hey, that's old charge. We'll take it, baby. This game's been relatively even. Both teams only lost one pad. 30 seconds till Kyogre fight. This might be the last Kyogre fight for the set. If things don't change now for division. Each team's going for their respective objectives. Cinderace is level 13. The misclicked Cinderace, who didn't want to be a Cinderace, is doing the best in the lobby right now, in my opinion. There's the Mew, getting some good entry damage, bush checking, weakening them, tenderizing the competition. Snorlax caught a body. Snorlax caught two bodies. No follow-up, though. He's going to have to back off, but that's still a good play. Without taking a lot of damage. Zacian's flanking in. Dangerous position. If that... Uh-oh. There's the target. Oh, there's the fate. He knew all along, but Delmise come in. He got stalled by Mean Look. So there's major damage going in for Division. Division's doing major damage here. Down goes Psyduck. They're not out of the woodworks yet. We have Snorlax holding it down for his team. We have a Mew ult, but that's not going to help out too much. So he's getting a lot of entry damage. I'm just trying to wish all the damage away. Don't you get a pickup on Saralage? There's the... Oh, Electric Ball KO on Saralage. Next on the chop block is Snorlax. He doesn't have an ult anymore. Major damage, but down goes Mew. Cinderace can't hit. Oh, they're going to have to start hitting these yet. Someone got snatched, and it's Psyduck. Down goes... Oh, no. Cinderace is down to the Hydro Pump from Vaporeon. And we got Zacian. He's back. He's mad. He's got points. KO on Psyduck. Next is Zacian. Little does everyone know, TR is in the lead. They can afford trades. That's what they want. Snorlax is going to extend that lead by 60. It is 80 to 156. Clock is winding down. TR is in a firm lead. Snorlax is like, you're not going to rip this. I'm right here, sonny boy. You're not going to rip this for free. I'm right here. Here comes the Snorlax ult. It is on a lower cooldown. He's going to be able to use it. 20 seconds remain. Clock is winding down. They're about to get this with the Power Ball secure. There it is. Oh, it's actually Mew with Electro Ball. Doing percentage damage. And that should wrap it up. There's no more time to rally. Nog's just stealing the deal here. That's not enough. There's no way you're getting that. Hydro Pump. There it is. No way you're getting that. Double KO for your troubles, too. What a game. What a game. What a game. What a set. TR holding it down. That is a 3-0 and a handshake. GG's. Final score, 80 to 196. MVP is going to go to the Mew and Q. 6 KOs, 6 assists, respectively. Not enough time to score here. He got 53 points, but hey, that's what Snorlax was going for. He is the score leader with 140 points scored. Take out the damage here. Oh, yeah. 83k damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, yeah, you saw it here first. Saw it here, folks, firsthand. The winner of this set is TR. They take a 3-0 over Division 4 Gaming. Stay tuned. We're going to set up the next set here, happening at 10 o'clock. So stay tuned.